Hey everybody, Mike McCullough, Collaboration Specialist here with Cisco. And today I want to show you a really helpful tool that we're using in our hybrid working world that can help you with tracking what you're doing inside of your meetings, how much time you're spending in those meetings, as well as get a little work-life balance back in your life. So let's jump right in. This is our Webex app. This is the application that we use for messaging, meetings, calling, connecting into your calendars. And now we've added a tool called your Personal Insights. Inside of Personal Insights, this is a tool that will tell you how many meetings you're having, what kind of time you're spending in those meetings, and then give you some really interesting statistics. We've got three tabs. We have our meetings tab, we have our work-life balance up here in the top left corner, as well as our focus time. We'll go into a little detail of what each of those are. So in meetings, this is going to give you an idea. This is where a lot of us spend a lot of our time. You can see I've had 32 meetings in the last 7 days. Gives you my timeline up here. I've spent about 20 hours inside of those meetings, and there have been a lot of people in those meetings. You can see what the trends are. You can see what your change in time is as well. Now, some of the statistics we're seeing. Did you join meetings on time? How late were you to those meetings? Did you end your meetings on time? We can also set goals for ourselves so we can improve if that's something you want to make sure you're scheduling more meetings on time. You can also see how you stack rank against your peers. Now, what's really important about this, in the top right corner, you'll see this highlighted. Only you can see this. Privacy is very important to Cisco, and we want to make sure that this is just for you to start digesting this information and make changes that you might feel would be beneficial for you. You can see down here as well, we've got our video on. How many meetings did you have your video on? Video helps improve that meeting experience. It helps people see your body language and understand how you are. Some people talk with their hands like myself, and getting that across inside of a meeting is only happens when you have your meeting on, your video on. Messaging. There's a statistic, and we show you here, so this gives you some insights as well. Studies show that multitasking can reduce productivity by up to 40%. So typing to others, sending out messages while you're inside of a meeting can actually have a detriment to your meeting. Maybe this is something you want to improve. You can see here I've set a goal for myself of 25% to reduce that number, and I'm going to start tracking that over time so that I can be more attentive and a better participant in these meetings. You can see I also speak quite a bit in meetings as well. So I might be actually messaging to get some content for when I am speaking in those meetings, and maybe some of these trends are touching into each other. But a good thing to start looking at, a good thing to start paying attention to. We can also see if we're being a good meeting host with agendas and if we're scheduling inside of other people's quiet hours and their work hours. Now, what is that? Well, inside this app, we also have the work-life balance tab. Work-life balance is going to allow you to assign quiet hours. Again, this is for you to see and you to start tracking, right? This doesn't lock off things on your calendar. But if you want to say, hey, I really want to focus my meetings to be within 8 to 5. I don't want to be having meetings well into the evening or really super early in the morning so that I can either have focus time for getting tasks done, or maybe I want to spend more time with my family. Maybe I pick up my daughter from daycare around 5 p.m. and I want to make sure that those afternoon hours, I'm not scheduling too many meetings or taking time away from her. So I've set my quiet hours for that time. These are adjustable. These are things that you can do. And you can start looking into weeks ahead. You can see here I've got a meeting. It's a features meeting that happens late at night. All right, maybe that's something I'm not going to join, but I can easily start detecting, okay, what kind of meetings are happening outside of those hours. We also have focus time to make sure that you're focusing in on what matters and scheduling that focus time for yourself. Meetings are fantastic, but a lot of the work that we do doesn't happen inside of the meetings. A lot of that work happens after the meetings and we've decided what we're going to do in that meeting. So having that focus time and making sure that we're being productive can be extremely helpful. And this is a quick way to track that. So I hope this was a quick insight, and we're happy to show you more. You can contact me or your local Cisco representative. We can dive into this much deeper, but a really easy way to start tracking that work-life balance, how much time you're spending in meetings, really getting the most out of those calls So hopefully you could spend a little less time in meetings, a little more time getting stuff done, and maybe have a little bit more time for life outside of work. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. If you like this video, check out the other ones that we have on this channel, and have a great rest of your week.